Well, welcome to yoga. Good to see you all. So today we're gonna, as I said in the email, focus on, not focus, but we're gonna be thinking about collective movement, which was listed as in this, I read an article about awe and how we experience awe and what that means and how healthy it is and good for us and everything. And so one of the 8 wonders of life, which someone made up, is, and a route to experiencing wonder and awe, is collective movement. So, and yoga was listed as one thing of collective movement, like dancing. And then, as I was driving here today, I thought of the birds. A friend sent me a video of a big flock of birds going like this and how they all move. Have you ever seen anything? It's called a murmuration. I looked it up. A murmuration, and that's collective movement that animals do by nature. So anyway, so we're just gonna have some, think about as we practice as regular, moving together with the breath and some vinyasas, and we'll be sharing that energy, and maybe we'll experience wonder and awe. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for coming. So, so you can center however you want. Our first movements are gonna be in supine, but if you wanna center sitting up, that's fine too. So, let's just take a couple of minutes to bring our awareness inside. So just see where we are today on many levels. So your physical level, your body, your emotions, which can be are felt in your body in different ways, and your mental state, and your energy level. So we're going to share, we always share an energy, but we're going to be really aware of that today. So, so just however is best for you, the body scan, or just moving your awareness around, noticing any areas that might need a little extra attention and compassion, and some areas that might feel tight, but also noticing those places that feel good. And just relax any place as you go that might feel a little tense or tight. And also notice your breath, just your natural breath, how your body's breathing itself right now. Might be a little fast since we're just settling in here. So qualities of the breath are deep, shallow, in between. Inhale and exhale, the same length, different lengths. One's shorter than the other. Nothing is right or wrong, it's just your body breathes as you have need. So, and now we're going to just do a very simple pranayama of evening out the inhales and exhales and breathing deeply. So make sure your belly's soft, so your diaphragm can go all the way down on the inhale. Notice that expansion of your body on the inhale, and then exhale, diaphragm moves up, the lungs empty out, everything softens back towards center, so contraction. And in our yoga poses, we will also be looking a little bit more intently on the inhale and exhale, how the body expands on the inhale, and exhale softens and contracts. Natural rhythms. So just for a few more breaths, have the intention to breathe slow, deep, and even. You can assign a count if that helps, or just feel that. Filling up on the inhale, slowly, deeply, and just as slowly and deeply expelling the air on the exhale. One more. And then take a few moments to create an intention for your practice. Maybe a reason that you came to yoga today, or some positive intention to take away from your practice. And then we'll begin on our backs. So come on over into your back, lengthen your legs out, arms down by your sides, palms face down. And on an inhale, lengthen your arms up overhead toward the mat behind you. And on your exhale, keep your arms up overhead, Take a nice full body stretch on your next inhale. Lengthen your fingers backwards, flex your feet, lengthen out through the soles of your feet, full body stretch. And do one more, just like that. Inhaling, stretch it out. Exhaling, release. Now keep your arms up overhead and walk your right leg out toward the right. And then a little bit more so you get as far as feels comfortable. And then take your right arm, you're gonna make a banana shape. So reach your left arm over your head. You can take hold of the left wrist with your right hand if that's comfortable. Then walk your left foot out to meet your right. Okay, so you're in a crescent shape, stretching up the left side of your body. You can take your left foot over the right, left ankle over the right if that's not too much. Find the place where you feel a nice stretch, not too much, nothing. And just take a few breaths here, lengthening out through your feet toward the right and reaching your left arm, fingers over toward the right. One more breath, breathe into the stretch. And then exhale, soften, unclasp your hands, bring your arms back up overhead, and then undo your ankles. Walk your feet back towards center, so you're back with arms overhead, feet flexed. Walk your left foot out a little bit, then meet it with the right, and then a little bit more. Meet it with the right.
Cross the ankle if that's comfortable. Take your arms over toward the left, perhaps holding onto your right wrist with your left hand or not. Just find the stretch all the way up the right side of your body. As you inhale, send the breath all the way up the right side. Exhale, soften down. 2 more breaths here. Slow, deep, even breath. And then bring your arms back up overhead. Uncross your legs if they're crossed. Bring your legs back to center. Stretch out, full body stretch. Exhale, draw your right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen leg out, arms up. Exhale, left knee into chest. Squeeze it in, navel toward the spine. 1 more each side, like that. And then when you've completed the second side, next time you come to an exhale, draw both knees into your chest, squeeze them in, rock around on your sacrum. And then bring your knees, hands down by your sides, palm facing down, a little bit away from your body maybe. Knees over hips. We're gonna do some core here. So flex your feet so your toes come toward your shins. Inhale, and as you exhale, firm your core up. So navel toward the spine, lower your right heel and tap the mat. Inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, lower the left heel toward the mat. So when your heel comes down, nice, really press your low back on the exhale into the mat. And just continue alternating, touching your right heel and left heel on the exhale. Strong core. If you want to add a little to this, you can reach your heel out in front a little more. Just make sure your low back is pressed toward the mat as you touch the heel down. Okay, then bring both knees back to center. And this time, point your toes. You do the same thing, but on the exhale, with your low back pressed toward the mat, touch your toes to the mat. And just alternate between right and left. Slow, and keep your low back pressed toward the mat. Okay, then bring both knees up, and the third time, your option to rest, or you can try putting touching both heels or toes to the mat at the same time, both legs, so this is going to be stronger on your core. You need to keep your core engaged, and if it doesn't work for you, you can just hug your knees into your chest or continue with 1 foot at a time. Okay, then everybody bring both knees into your chest, if that works. And then you can do a little rock there. Now let both feet come back to the mat, so knees bent, Arms out shoulder height, palms facing up. We're gonna do some windshield wipes. So you can choose, your feet can be right together or hip width apart or all the way out to the edge of the mat. So there are different effects on this twist. So you choose the one that you might want to try something different from what you usually do, or choose the one that feels good to you. So inhale at the center, exhale, draw your navel toward the mat as your knees go to the right. And then inhale back to center, slow, deep, even breaths. So slow movement, move with the breath as you take your knees to alternate sides on the exhale. And you can take your gaze, if you want to bring the twist up to your upper spine, you can take your gaze to one side or the other. Nice, slow movement, not forcing your knees down, just letting them go where they go. And the next time your knees come to one side, it doesn't matter which, just pause there. We're just gonna hold the twist for a few breaths. So inhaling, everything expands, moves away, your joints move apart. Exhale, soften, find release. Little bit of release. Make 3 more nice, slow, even breaths here, no hurry. Check in with your face and jaw, make sure everything's relaxed there. And then inhale your knees up and let them move to the other side and just hold here for a few breaths. Just notice a difference in your sides. If there's one seems to be a little more open than the other. That's the way our bodies are. And that's why in yoga we do everything on both sides to try to get a balance there. Okay, then bring your knees back to center, and we're gonna come up to all fours, so you can cross your ankles, rock up, or move to your side and come up. Use your arms to bring yourself up. So, we're gonna start. Just make sure your foundation's right. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers spread. Take a little weight off your wrists by pressing into the fleshy parts at the base of your fingers. Press into your knees and the tops of your feet. Start with a neutral spine, flat back, lengthen out through the crown of your head and through your tailbone, navel in and up. And then inhale here. Exhale, tuck and round, so come into spinal extension. And then on the inhale, move into cow, chest drops, maybe chin comes up a little bit, pelvis tilts forward. So just move slowly back and forth, really moving with the breath, gently warming up the spine, opening it up. Staying with the breath all the way. Let's just see if you can follow that breath as you move, linking body and mind. And the next time you come to an exhale, move back into child's pose. You're gonna move into an earth vinyasa, earth salutations, but we'll add one movement at a time. So now we're in child's. Inhale back up into cow. Exhale, round your spine back into child's pose. So flowing with the breath. Inhale comes up into cow. Exhale into child. And now we're going to add another thing. So this time, inhale up to table, flat back. Tuck your toes, raise your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Not to stay. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, down, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. Okay, so just do a couple more earth salutations. So inhale back to table, flat back. Exhale, move slowly, flow back into child. Inhale, table. And exhale, down dog. Now stay in down dog. You might want to pedal your feet a little bit or bend your knees really deeply. And then we're going to come to standing. So from downward facing dog, look up between your hands, bend your knees, hop, step, jump, bring your feet up to meet your hands and come into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees a little or a lot. You could have your chest all the way onto your knees, navel in and up. Protect the low back. You can shake your head yes, no. Take hold of off, so your neck is loose. Take hold of opposite elbows if that feels good, and maybe sway a little bit side to side. So just let the weight of your upper body lengthen out your back. Lengthen your spine. Couple breaths here. And then bring your hands to your shins. Come halfway up, lengthen out, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, press into your feet. Bring your arms out to the side and come on up slowly. Palms touch, right down the midline. Take a few breaths right here. And then we'll come into mountain pose. So, foundation, you know the drill here, but don't ever go into it, always be mindful when you're going in. So start with your feet, find the balance on the four corners, and then lightly press in, activate your legs, tuck your tailbone just a tad, shoulders up, back, open your chest, palms face front, then take your chin back a little bit and lift through the crown of your head. So now is the place where you release, just release any extra effort, all about just the right amount of effort. Everything's in alignment. So you don't need to use, certainly nothing around your face, jaw, neck. Nice, relaxed face and jaw, shoulders, down from the ears, root down and lift up. And then come back to your breath. Close your eyes if you have the balance and just come back to that slow, deep, even breath. You might notice a feeling of energy moving around after some movement that we did. Okay, then open your eyes, and we're gonna do some louder, open up our side bodies a little more. We did that in banana, but we're gonna do it a little more. So inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, let your right arm come down to your side and lengthen out through your right fingertips. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, same thing to the left. So as you're side bending, press into the outside foot and out through the upper fingertips. Still moving slowly, expanding on the inhale, soften on the exhale, contract. One more each side. And then come back to your mountain pose. And we're gonna do a little vinyasa again. So we did earth salutation, that was a vinyasa. Now we're going to flow together in half sun with chair. So inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, set your hips back, arms come up to frame the ears, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale up, and arms around. A few more just like that. Inhale up, slowly flowing. And we all have a different rhythm, a different breath. We might make modifications, but we're moving together. Sharing an energy. Now the next time you come into chair, pause and hold the pose. So inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, lift your arms, exhale, sit. A little more maybe. Let's go for 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. And then come up and around, and just come back to mountain. Take 3 nice, slow, even breaths here. Feel the energy. Okay, and then we're going to do some balancing. So starting right here, you can have your hands wherever you want. We're going to do the tapping. So let the weight come into your left leg, come up onto your right toes, and just find your gaze point, something that's not moving. Tap in the front, tap to the side, tap behind, and then lift your right leg. So just do a few rounds of that. Slow moving, don't forget to breathe. You can hover your toe instead of touching if you want to give a little challenge. So here we're moving together, but not doing the exact same thing at the exact same moment, but we have a common purpose. We're just doing it each in our own way. And if you'd like to pause and hold with the knee up, the one-legged balance, it's an option. And then come out, as much control as you can, and then just move. So now we're moving together, but each in our own way, whatever feels good. This is more like a dance when you might everybody be doing a different thing. Okay, other side. So let the weight come into your right foot, come onto your left toes. And tap and then lift your knee. Are you breathing? Make sure you're breathing. Okay, then come out, take some movement. And then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Spread your feet wide. Yeah, it's good to have a block here. So hands to your hips, lengthen up, press down through your feet, lengthen up, hinge at your hips, come forward, reaching out through the crown of your head. You can bring your hands to the block or the mat. So you might be able to move your feet a little further apart here. So just a few times, fold all the way forward as far as you can go, and then inhale back up, half lift. Don't lock your knees. Have your knees be soft, just a little micro bend. Okay, then come halfway up, lengthen out, bring your hands to your hips, and then pressing into your feet, inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to do a sequence of standing poses that's called Dancing Warrior. And this is a vinyasa. So take your, the first pose is Warrior 2. So take your right heel and pivot it back toward the back corner of the mat, your left toes toward the short edge. Okay, then you might need to, so we're gonna bend and straighten the left knee and find the place where it comes right over your left ankle. So that will be different for everybody. Find that place. And then square your shoulders to the long edge of the mat. Okay, that's the foundation. And then inhale your arms up, shoulder height. See if they look pretty level. And take your gaze over the middle finger of your right hand. So what we're gonna do in this sequence, there's 3 different poses we're gonna move between. We're gonna do 2 breaths on each. So the first, well, I'll lead you through. Okay, so inhale here. This is Warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, everything expands, lift up. Exhale, soften down a little bit. And then inhale, turn your right palm up, left palm up, right hand to your thigh and back, reverse warrior. Exhale here in reverse warrior. And then one more, inhale, lengthen out, press down. Exhale, soften. And then inhale, reach your left arm out, bring your forearm to your thigh, and then the right hand can go over your head or to your waist or behind your back. So take another inhale here, lifting your spine so you're not collapsing down. Lengthen out, and then exhale, soften. And then inhale back up to Warrior 2. Exhale, sink in here. Another inhale, press down, lengthen up and out. Exhale, soften. Then inhale into reverse warrior. Exhale, soften into it. One more, inhale, lengthen, press down, lift up. Exhale, soften. And then inhale, reach out, come into
This is actually not a warrior pose, it's bent side angle, but that's okay. And inhale, exhale, soften here. Inhale one more time, soften, then inhale up. Now let's try it with just one breath. So inhale into warrior two, exhale, settle in. Inhale back to bent, reversed warrior. Exhale, settle. Inhale into bent side angle. Exhale, settle. And then inhale back to warrior two. And let's just hold this for a couple more breaths. Strong legs, lifting up, rooting down. Okay, and then turn your feet together. Facing forward, walk your feet together, and just move. Organic movement, what feels good before we move to the other side. Okay, then step your feet wide again, and we'll do that sequence on the other side, starting with a few rounds of 2 breaths for each pose, and then the last time we'll do 1 breath. Okay, so left heel back toward the corner and right toes out to the short edge. Bend and straighten, find that place, your stance. And raise your arms, shoulder height. Square your shoulders to the long edge of the mat. Take your gaze over the middle finger of your right hand. And inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale, press and lift, expand. Exhale, contract. And then inhale, come into reverse warrior. Right arm up, left arm down. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Then inhale, back to stretching out, bent side angle. Nice, slow, flowing movements. Exhaling, inhaling. One more. Exhale, soften. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. So just flow with your breath here. Inhale takes you into reverse warrior. Exhale, soften, then one more breath here. Don't rush it. And then inhale into bent side angle. Very nice. Reach, stretch, and lift. And then inhale, come back. And this time, we'll just move with one breath. So, warrior two, inhale. Exhale. And then just move into bent side angle with an inhale. Exhale, stay. And then finally, at your pace, you don't have to be doing it when I'm doing it. But we'll end up back in warrior two without rushing. And just take a few breaths in warrior two. Feeling that nice stability of your feet pressing into the earth and the ease. Relaxing on the exhale. Okay, then straighten your feet out, walk your feet back. We'll do a couple of rounds of half sun. You can do chair or just half lift, any version that you want. Just move through a couple of rounds of this vinyasa Bringing a little movement after stillness of holding. Okay, then the next time you come to a forward fold, walk your hands out. We're gonna come down onto our front body. So come into downward dog just as a transition, and then inhale to your knees. Walk your hands out in front, bring your shoulders over your wrists, and slowly lower down, chest and chin first, coming onto your belly. And rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Lengthen out your legs. Take just a couple more breaths here before we move into lotus. Now bring your forehead to the mat, your arms by your side, palms face in. Tops of your feet on the mat. Push your pelvis into the mat. And on an inhale, lift your head, shoulders, arms, lengthen back through your arms, lift your feet, lengthen out through your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more lift, and you can keep moving, or you can hold in the lifted position, shoulder blades pressing together on the back. Make sure that you've got your tucking your tailbone here. Lengthen out, breathe. Feel the expansion on the in-breath, contraction on the out-breath. And then let your right cheek come down to the mat, lower down. Feel the energy created by that movement, strong movement. And just breathe here. Let everything go. And then carefully lift your head and come onto the other cheek. And just rest here for a couple breaths. Then bring your forehead back to center, bring your hands under your shoulders and come back up to all fours. Bring your feet out to the side and come over onto your seat. And we'll just do a little one forward fold before we come down. So it might help to sit on a blanket here. Raise your hips up. So both legs are out in front, feet are flexed. We're gonna come into Paschimottanasana and intense stretch of the back body. So it's a stretch from the toes all the way to the crown of the head up the back body. So inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring your navel in and hinge forward. Just see where you go. And then inhale up. Exhale. Now you can also do this with bent knees. So if your hamstrings are resisting here, you can bend your knees and roll forward like that. Okay, and then the next time you come forward, you can take a hold of your feet or your ankles, or whatever works. Don't lock your knees. Have at least a little bend, and they could be fully bent too. So each time you inhale, your navel is drawn back. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of your head. And see if you can release your quadricep muscles so you're not gripping there. Just come as far as you can so you can just feel a little release there. And always lengthen on the inhale. It's as if you want to put your chest on your thighs or move your chest toward your feet even. You're not going to round your back, low back, so just come as far as feels okay. And take a few more breaths here. So inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, maybe. You can release those hamstrings so they're not gripping. Okay, then inhale, walk your hands, yourself back up with your hands. And you're going to come down onto the back for our last little time before Shavasana. So I wanted to try fish pose, but if fish pose doesn't work for you, you could do a bridge pose or a supported bridge. So for fish pose, you put your hands palms down under your buttocks, so under your body, and just inhale up onto your forearms, your elbows, and let your head come back. So you can put your head on a block or whatever. If you're not interested in fish pose, you can do a bridge pose or a supported bridge or anything like that. So it's just a chest opener. You can open your mouth and put your tongue out if you're doing fish pose. And when you're ready, you can come out of that, and if you're doing bridge or some other kind of whatever you want to do before Shavasana, and if you're ready for Shavasana right this minute, you can go right into Shavasana. So just give yourself some time here. We've got plenty of time. Listen to your body, see what your body needs, and if it feels, your movement feels good, that means you figured it out, you listened. So as you're ready, just, you still have time if you want to take some more time where you are. And when you feel ready, you can set yourself up for Shavasana. of Shavasana's a time to let your body integrate all the things we've done during practice. And we are still as a group, so we still are sharing an energy, and so just follow, just be in the moment, breath by breath, letting go of any need to do anything really, just enjoy the quiet and the peace, the safety, everything you need, you've got right now. bring your awareness back to the space. No rushing, just gradually begin to awaken your body with small movements. And eventually drawing your knees into your chest. And slowly coming onto your side. Just rest here. Just see yourself now. Notice your body, mind, emotions, energy, breath, intention. At the end of practice, and then use your arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. And sit with a nice, tall, straight spine, eyes closed if that's okay. And relax your face, jaw, neck. And we're going to let your shoulders come down from the ears, so still rooting down, lifting up. We're going to end practice with kind of a humming breath to this. So we're going to inhale, and then with our lips slightly together, just make this sound hum as your lips are vibrating together. So nice deep inhale. And then hum. And two more just like that. Just do your own timing. And I invite you to bring your hands, palms together at your heart space, and bow toward your fingers. Bow to your efforts today, this time you've given yourself, mind, body, spirit, for your own wellness. And I thank you for coming to practice and sharing your energy and allowing me to lead you and practice with you and share my energy too. And the light in me bows to and honors the very same light, energy, teacher in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
All right. What did I want to say? That last humming breath, that vibration, stimulates the vagus nerve, that wonderful vagus nerve, which is a very healthy thing. It's a social connection, it's all those things. And then the other thing I was thinking while in the final, during Shavasana, was, so collective movement is one of the things that can inspire awe, one of the 8 wonders of life. You know, who made those up, I don't know. I can find out. But then I thought during Shavasana, collective movement is one, what are the other 7? So next time I will tell you what the other 7 are. I know one of them was nature, because the study about awe was 75 people who were 75 years old and older were put into 2 groups, and one did, I don't know, something, and the other one did a walk in nature. And the
the results were, and I'm going to read this study again and say, but it was good. It was all good. The awe, the takes you outside yourself. It's something bigger than yourself. It's all those things which are great. Anyway, okay. I'm going to turn this thing off.